Dear learners, welcome to second session of fifth week. The topic of this session is a brief about the application layer as part of Industry 4.0 reference architecture, and a brief about API platform as a service. So, I hope you have attended my first session on reference architecture of Industry 4.0 infrastructure, and two of the component of this architecture, user interface and APIs and microservices. So, in that order, this is the second session, and all these sessions are interconnected. The concept of one session will be used in other session. So, knowledge of these sessions, one has to attend all the session one by one, then you will be able to understand or follow this technical subject. This is the 7-layer Industry 4.0 reference architecture which we have discussed in the first session. Now, in this session, we want to start with the application layer. Then we will come back on the application API service platform. What is the API service platform? In the first session, we have only discussed about the API, what is the API and what is microservices with some examples. The best way to learn this kind of technologies and the management of these technologies, I consider always the industry examples. So, because this is a management aspect of Industry 4.0 and 5.0. So, I try to curate the sessions whatever possible in this time limit, number of industry applications. So, you are seeing this picture which shows that the business information system for the enterprise. These are commonly used systems in any of the enterprise: supply chain management, customer relationship management, enterprise resource planning like SAP R3, supply chain management inbound. And the first was the supply chain management outbound. So, these kind of systems we can find in any of the major companies or sometime in MSMEs also. These come under the category of enterprise systems. Then we have quite a few systems which are being used for sharing the information or sharing the knowledge or accessing these systems. These called knowledge management and collaboration system. Sometimes we call them intranet, extranet, knowledge management. So, these are the systems quite you must be familiar of this. Those guys who are working in the companies, they are quite familiar of this. Now, with the advent of new kind of architectures, Web 2.0 or digital platform, more or less these systems are being replaced by the digital platforms like Amazon, and internally also companies are moving from intranet to the digital platforms. So, we will see in the latest developments companies are doing are not only intranet and extranet, but they are doing a digital platform which meet the need of intranet and extranet both, and something more over that. Then we have quite a few systems in most of the companies in the domain of business intelligence. These systems are basically to provide to the management what is happening, the current status of their production or supplies, the sales. These are based on the data. These are based on the transaction which was performed one day before. I will say 1 day before or 1 week before. These systems are connected to the OLTP system. This is the online transaction processing system. We call them online transaction processing system. And once online transaction system has produced the data, that whatever data we would like to capture it being captured in the data warehouse. We will also study this when we study data management aspect. There are quite a few categories in this business intelligence system. Now, most popular systems are machine learning and artificial intelligence, which we have already discussed. But as and when we will have more opportunity, we will further discuss about how artificial intelligence is providing business intelligence or manufacturing intelligence. So these aspects we will discuss when we discuss in the next week the smart manufacturing. There are platforms, quite a few very popular platforms like SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, Custom. So these are some few good platforms which provide the system which we were seeing earlier. So if somebody wants to explore that Google Cloud, you will find a large number of systems available which you have to customize as per your need. You can get all those systems over here. Same situation, same is for the Microsoft and Oracle. Then there are a different kind of family of the systems in manufacturing and other industries, automobile or healthcare. So every industries are having different kind of their processes, different kind of systems. And this is a slide which I have just captured, showing some of the systems of manufacturing. Some of the systems like manufacturing, having production management, manufacturing accounting, supply chain. These kind of systems are there. So these systems form the layer which we call the third layer in our architecture. Third layer. So there are new family of applications which has emerged after the popularity of digital technologies. So these systems are called called as such predictive maintenance, quality inspection, autonomous robots, energy optimization, etc. So there are also quite a few cloud-based systems, which this just I have shown this slide as an indication. I don't want to just go in detail of these systems, but we should be aware of that. Today is a cloud world. So a large number of systems or applications are available on the cloud. You have to just subscribe them and you can use for your work in your company. This is another picture which shows that what kind of integration is being expected nowadays between all these systems. Like one side you find here there is a dashboard, other side there is a machine control systems which shows the performance of the machine. So this performance of the machine should be reflected on the dashboard. So this is a sort of integration which is right now in the great demand, which you will be seeing the further use in the smart manufacturing. So how we can achieve that? Which are the facilities? Whether we should do enterprise bus or point-to-point integration, or we should use some other method like API gateways or API as a service. So that is what I thought. I bring this picture. This is only indicative picture. This indicative picture is not the actual live picture. So just to give an idea about the kind of integration opportunities are coming in the industry. These are the some of the popular platform in the four categories: enterprise categories and manufacturing categories, marketing categories, and startups. The idea behind just showing or making aware of you about this system is that this is a very big domain. Application domain is a very big domain, and most of the companies are using more than one systems, more than one applications, sometimes 10 applications or 15 applications. I have dealt the situation in the large global companies, where they were having more than 2,000 systems, 2,000 systems. In fact, the company in which I used to work in Bharat Petroleum, my team used to deal with more than 300 systems. So this kind of volume is there. And there are quite a few opportunities when we want to make use of the data from one system to other system. We want to access one system in other system. It requires a very holistic approach of integration. That approach can be seen in how Government of India is using the India Stack. That is India Stack. You must be knowing millions of today softwares, thousands and lakhs of softwares are working on this common interface. Common interface of Aadhaar and that e-sign or KYC, they commonly make use of these kind of products which has been made available. I call them product, which we will learn further in the next session what is mean by the digital product. So these products are being developed by these agencies, and now they are available for making use in the different kind of applications, which you are seeing on the top, like agriculture, ENAM, Kisan Rath, health, even CWIN. Then there is a application of government marketing place, like so here farmers can advertise or post their produce, and they can get the market rate. Then quite a few systems has come in the logistic space, like FASTag. FASTag, we all make use of FASTag for paying the toll, etc. So you can see that they are commonly developed. First of all, these we call them the digital products, and now these products are being accessed or is being interfaced without changing these products. These products just become one of the catalysts to use this kind of applications. So this is also one of the increasing requirement of the industry. So I like to further explain this concept with the help of example of UPI. We know about UPI. We are using. We all make use of UPI or Phone Pay or Google Pay or Paytm. See, you can see that UPI is function as a gateway. Unified Payment Interface is a gateway. Unified Payment Gateway. This is the API gateway. In fact, though we have given the Unified Payment Interface, but this is purely designed based on the API principles, API policies, and you can see that any number of banks can access, and subscribe to this gateway. They can enroll themselves as a one of the partner of the UPI, and then they can do the transactions. So this kind of integration has become day by day a need of the industry. So is there any architecture, is there any mechanism by which this kind of interfaces, this kind of integration can be facilitated? There the question of or the need of API as a service come, which I am going to introduce now. API as a service. So this is another platform, ONDC, which we will discuss further in the 8th session. Government of India has make available this ONDC platform for the small traders and market, even though individuals can make use of that, where you can put your, this is a very comprehensive platform which has been developed and is made available last 3 years, is working, where kirana shops and small traders can make use of the marketplace to avail the services of large platforms available in the large platform. Like I have shown this with the help of example, this person here, this person, his name is Ashish Patel. He wants to purchase, large volume of, flour, wheat flour, and now he has options to buy atta from different platforms. So sitting on this NDC, he can see other platforms, what are the rates available of what he wants to purchase on other platforms, and he can decide that. Then how to make payment of the large quantity, he can decide, whether he should take from the Beam or he should take from some other bank, So he can decide that, from where he will get the payment and what kind of interest rate he is getting, because he may like to have some credit, Third thing, he want to transport this, because for the large volume, these companies may not make availability of the transport or logistic. He can say that, I don't want to avail of your costly logistic, I will use my own logistic. So he can also sign with some of the logistic agencies. So like that, permutation combination, this person can deal with the ONDC. And there is a large, there is a very big requirement of integration and interfacing with these kind of platform. And it should work seamlessly, interoperatively, and without any delay. This kind of requirement NDC is dealing with now, and that is being made available, or this being facilitated with the very robust backbone which has been developed on the principle of microservices and API platform. This is I have shown the pictorially how NDC is working. This is the library which is available if any customer or any partner wants to sign up with the ONDC. So GitHub provide the full library to program the access. Like from your application, you want to access ONDC. So one has to learn this, how to make use of this library. and you can use without taking any help from ONDC or some agency. If you have some technical manpower in your company, you can make use of that. Or you yourself, students can learn this ONDC, this GitHub APIs. This library gives you the all sort of APIs which ONDC has exposed. With the help of these APIs, you can access, you can make use of the ONDC facilities. So coming back to that question which I have put up in the last session, that what are the challenges of enterprise service bus? So there are quite a few challenges, and which I have noted down over here. Bottleneck in single point of failures, slow development and low, because this is a single bus. Even you provide two buses, there is a chances of failure. So interoperability or the reliability or resilience become the question in this enterprise service bus, and we have seen many times of that. And high cost, complexity is quite complex to make use of enterprise bus. You can see that kind of thing one has to do that registry and all those things. It's quite it's not a very easy. Basically here in this picture we have shown how the enterprise bus is being used by different industry applications like OT, operation technology. Other side the business layers, business applications, and third side the ERP applications, like supply chain management or cloud ERP kind of thing. So enterprise service bus is being used in a large number of companies, but there are some limitation has been realized that. And the answer to that is that platform as a service. Platform as a service is a type of cloud computing service model that provide flexibility, scalability, cloud platform for developing, deploying, and running, managing applications. So now let us study this in the context of API as a service. What is API as a service? I like to take an analogy with the telephone exchange. So telephone exchange, though telephone exchange is having capability of switching, which we are not considering in case of API platform. But you can see that this telephone exchange work as a common interface. Any call which is coming can be received by will be interface, or it will be transacted through this telephone exchange, and it will be directed to the receiver. So in the same way, I say that I'm not saying 100% it is an analogy, but some sort of analogy. There is we can say that there is an API exchange, which is available for the use of all who are authorized to use it. I am using the word authorized. Anybody cannot use it unless you are authorized to use its API interfaces, which we will see with some of the industry examples at the end of this session. So this is the way the API provide the facility as an exchange. So I have shown over here how the API architecture is having some similarity, some sort of similarity with the telephone exchange. Here I have shown API as a platform service function. Different functions are there, and I explained in this slide that what is API gateway, what is developer portal, what kind of policies are there, what kind of backend integration is there, what kind of life management is there. So let us try to understand at least two things. Developer portal also will understand what is the API gateway and backend integration. As I said in the beginning, that API provide excellent facility to integrate or to make use of the backend applications. Backend applications will be your databases, your data lake, your ERP systems. It will with the help of API and expose microservices. You can easily access, you can easily transact with the backend systems. And that is the function of the gateway. You will see in the next slide. This is a slide which I have used from AWS. And if you like to have more detail, you can access this site. You will get the full detail about how the AWS API gateway function. We are seeing here in middle layer, this is the API gateway of AWS. One side you have the backend applications, and other side you have a databases. This API, like this application wants to make use of a data from this database, or the family of databases, I will say, not the one database. There are thousands of databases over here, and it like to access, or you want to make use of some data from this site. The API gateway AWS API gateway will work as a interface for this, and it will complete the transaction. I have given the explanation in this slide. Sometime you will find in my presentation some of the busy slides, My purpose of this adding of these busy slides and details are to help the students so that they need not to refer all the time some textbooks or the articles. At least they can get some good idea, and later on if they like to study more, they can refer some reference manuals or reference sites which sometime also I provide in my presentations. So there is another example which I am taking here. I am trying to explain that how Alibaba, we all know about the Alibaba. Alibaba is a very big platform in China which work just like Amazon is working in our country or globally. So how API, Alibaba is making use of API platform. This was published, this is a case study which was published in one of the journal. From there I have taken and I have made some notes out of the case study that let us understand how the API platform is working in case of Alibaba, offline and online. O to O means offline to online data strategy. So offline data is a new stream like Wi-Fi sniffers, beacons. Beacons are the Wi-Fi kind of information provider which stores and factories put up in the to get to know or to get the information who is entering, what transactions are going on. These are the beacons function. Online, your mobile, Alibaba platform provides a lot of online applications like Alipay, Tobacco, Tmall. These are the applications which Alibaba platform provides that. So if somebody wants to get access to the online and offline, this platform function as an interface. This platform function as an interface. This is what has been explained in these two paras. API is a core service. Data linking microservice, this is a critical step. It links MAC address offline MD with Tobacco. Taobao is their platform, and the Taobao account is that on their platform. So please go through this this case study. This is a wonderful case study to understand. I have shown here in form of how these layers are functioning. You can see that concept is a unified data flow from displayed online, offline sources through control API layer. Data sources are offline is in store. These are the offline data is coming from backends. Online data is coming from Alibaba interface like Taobao and Tmall or Alipay. Alipay is their interface. Alipay is their system through which they give the loans and they provide certain transaction credit facilities. This Alipay system is very popular in China. Capture both physical behavior and this is a API platform. It is broken into two parts here. I am showing here. One is called the microservices, other is called the data product APIs. Data product APIs. So that is what one has to understand the data. Which are the data product APIs and which are the microservices. Whenever you are using API platform, you have to have the knowledge about the microservices and the API gateways. These are two things one has to keep in mind when you are using API platform as service. So here I am taking another example of Vodafone, which is also a very good example, which is published in one of these websites. I have given the website over here. You can see that. And this is a live example of how the Vodafone is using the API gateway of this company. This is a company tmforum.org. So how they're using, I thought it is better to show to our students that how in live also these platforms are being used. So please go through these examples, these case studies, and it will give you a very good knowledge about that, how the API gateways are being used by the industry. This is a third example which I have make use of here for that, how we use the API gateways for the cloud systems, So these are the systems, these are the softwares which are running on the cloud. All microservices are the part of the cloud only, and cloud provide the gateway. Then anybody want to make use of the microservices running on the cloud or API gateway, how it can be used with the help of like you are having some application which you are running on your mobile, okay, and you want to access some of the microservices. You are a developer, you are a app developer, you want to access some microservices which are running on the platform. Like we are accessing the India stack, and in India stack we have a service called the Dhar, and which I want to use in my application. So Dhar will have the API exposed, and that we have to make use of that API. Dhar work as a product, as a microservice, product, which we have to call through this API and make use in my application. So this is the mechanism, which is very commonly used nowadays, very handy. You need not to do any programming. You have to just know how to use them as a product. Very important thing which I want to share with you. Most of these large companies are having, API as a service developer platforms, where they expose all their APIs, on the public websites. And if you are authorized, means you have subscribed to the services which may involve some payment, you can make use of that. Like you want to become a customer of DBS Bank, and you want to set up a DBS Bank transaction desk in your company, and you need not to go to the DBS Bank branch, you need to go to their website, and you want to have certain facilities. So you may have to consider, you may have to configure your system. You have to connect with their backend system using the DBS Bank APIs. And they have large number of APIs. If you go on this website, you will find yourself that there are so many APIs they are exposed, which anybody, whether you are a treasurer, whether you are a small bank, you can make use of them. Similarly, in case of HDFC Bank, also start providing API. This I got from the HDFC Bank website only. So companies are exposing their data not directly but through APIs. You want to access some of your data, so you have to configure the APIs. So it's a very good area for anybody. Any students also wants to develop in this area, how to develop API and how to make use of API is also a very good career option in my opinion. And there is a lot of demand of API programmers in the industry. So quite a few examples I have included in my deck for your further studies. You can take advantage of these examples and study how the API as a service can be used in the corporate applications, in the enterprise applications. And that is one of the very big backbone, very strong backbone of Industry 4.0 architecture. With this, I like to conclude this session. Hope you have understood this concept, and I will invite you to further study, as I have shared a lot of reference websites and material. Thank you very much.